Alright, I'm starting up a Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void co-op match with just some stranger. He's playing Raynor, I'm playing Karax. For those that don't know, this is a new mode introduced with Legacy of the Void where you and a fellow player team up against the AI to accomplish campaign-like goals. In this one, it's basically just defend the center point, the Zelnaga Temple. Um, it's a lot of fun. Probably one of the best things I think about the StarCraft 2, and this coming from a lifelong StarCraft 2 fan. So let's get started. Alright, booting it up. Let's get started. We start making another probe. Say hello to my teammate. Each of the
Aim on Raiders, commanders. His forces descend upon the Zelnaga temple as we speak. It is yet to fall, but it will not last long. Your objective is to defend it until its activation.
I just wanted to let that guy talk.
Let's keep that thing intact.
Anyway, so each of the heroes has different abilities. Karax is very defensive. I can warp in pylons and cannons and the Kadarin monoliths pretty quickly, and then he has the access to the solar abilities up here from the campaign, basically. So usually what I do with him is I go defensively, especially on this map, since we're just defending the Zelnaga Temple here. We got 4 spots that they'll come from. We each have an expansion. Pretty simple. I should note that I'm usually not a Protoss player. I am a Zerg player through and through, but Karax is just a lot of fun in this mode. He has some tower defense type abilities that I just find really enticing, so I usually play him, although I do have everybody up to 15. Alright, keep this up. Gonna want to build cannons to break down these rocks here, but I gotta get a forge still too, so let's start on that. And you want to make sure that you're upgrading the solar forge here. Get more whatever mana you want to call it for your abilities up here, and to buff your other abilities too. Very good stuff. Let's build one zealot. This guy's on gas. And this is just hard mode. It's been a little while since I've played, so I don't want to jump into brutal. And they actually have made brutal a bit harder, I guess, so don't want to overdo it. Make myself look like a fool. Another one. Alright, so now my forge is done. I should be able to build cannons. I'm going to keep him here. Yeah, that should be okay right there. Sometimes I can be very particular. See how quickly that came in? Very nice, very nice. Another one. And Karax actually excels at the early game, just using his ability here, this orbital strike. It's very strong. So I usually, actually I can show you right here. Boom, boom, boom. Take those guys out so I don't even progress past that point. Simple as that. Make sure we're still building what we need. And get a cyber core. I'll throw some cannons down here as well. Still working on those rocks. Let's actually bring these guys up here for this. You know what? No. By the time they get there, silly, slow zealots. Do want to bring this guy up here though. Let him know that I'm watching. Raynor's really good. He was actually recently changed. He can go crazy infantry. He's very fun to play too. Even though I don't like Terran in the least, he is very fun. Put another cannon down here because this is where they will come from. And then I'm going to want to just keep mining basically, so I can start upgrading these things. Yep, he's got that. That's fine. There will be optional things that spawn here. Those yellow triangles, actually. Perfect timing. Time that on purpose. So we will need to venture out to grab those, which is fine. He should be able to do that, but I will build some stuff. Upgrade this again.
Your conviction is admirable, Commander. We have 2 more Zenith stones.
Just
to address.
keeping on. Let's make a Stargate, because that's actually the units that I like to build with Karax. He has access to carriers, which everyone knows are great. They're a little more expensive, unfortunately. They're quite good, and actually the Robo Bay is good too. Let's throw one of those down. Oh yes, these hybrid, they are trouble. It's alright, we should be fine.
Half of the temple's configuration
I am going to need some more pylons,
remains
definitely.
steadfast until it can activate.
I'm calling in the hot shooter.
Yep, that's what that does. I'll be able to upgrade this again. Just gotta get the Twilight Council. Right here. I always like to just make the group. Like I said, I don't know how to play Protoss. Probably better off doing some sort of wall. I will need the fleet beacon, so I gotta look for that. I can finally populate this thing. I don't want to build my gas. The carriers will take quite a bit of gas. I know I haven't been using any now, but make sure we're watching that. Alright. Probably get a couple Immortals for the hybrids. Those things are very powerful, and the Immortals seem to do pretty well against them. Working on that Twilight Council, so this I will be able to get right when that's done. Perfect timing. And let's grab another probe here. These are the things that make him so good. These Kadaran monoliths.
The temple is under siege from a Void Thrasher. Slay it before it deals too much damage.
Put these things on hotkeys. Yeah, he's got that, no problem. Make sure I build my fleet beacon, and then I want to build another starport. And make sure I'm still probing. Very slow, very slow. I gotta get back into the groove. Actually, I could use this. Forgot about that. Upgrades. Everything goes much faster now. Very good skill. Oh, not buildings though, apparently. It's okay. I will need to do... there. And make sure that these guys are good. Now that fleet beacon's all set, I can start building these. Everything's saturated. Let's see. Yep, I will want to get that eventually. But for now, just wait on it. I'm gonna have to rely on my solar abilities probably for this wave. Until I can get... yeah, that'll help definitely.
Let's take him out.
Let's see, let's get vision of this hill so I can do this. Perfect. Now let's help him. Though he should be okay. He's been building units like crazy. I will want to get another carrier when I can. Oh, and the pylons. Can't forget the pylons. fine. Bring all my guys down here. Make sure I'm upgrading this again. Oh, 400, wow. That's alright, I've got a single carrier. The other thing too is this passive repaired. I can have 3 units, so just having a couple of big units like these 2 right here is usually enough to get through that sort of thing. I'm going to save up the Vespine for my upgrade, solar upgrade. I think it's the last one. Increase the mana regain on it. Yep. And we got our teammate over here just kicking butt. He's clearly done this before. He's a brutal player who's just trying out the new Rainer, it looks like, which is fine. Show you what our ulti looks like here, which is very cool. I always like that thing.
Have to be careful.
Anyway, so this should be no problem now.
Hyperion's on its way.
Got the optionals. Taking this down shortly, and then we'll be able to come help him out again. Yeah, he's just gonna keep pushing pretty hard. Definitely have this in the bag, I'd say. It's just a timed mission, essentially, in 12.5 minutes up here. We've already done all the optionals. This is one of the other things, and he's gotten ready for it too. Look at that. I'll start sending in drops through this area here. That's actually what we could do.
It will severely harm the temple for as long as it lives.
I'll come down here and get this first. But I'm going to put some of the monoliths up there as well. Those should be just fine. Oh, still need a little bit of Vespine.
Hybrid detected. Stay frosty. My adjutant's reporting hybrid.
Go. Yeah, I think this is the drops now. These will die very quickly from this stuff here. So we don't really have anything else to worry about. It's all going to be taken care of on its own. But Karax, very fun. Upgrade these things as well. Let's see. Oh, that's actually a good one. Let's that go up. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that too, because that's always good. Bring these guys up here. Yeah, wasn't quite enough there. Another carrier. And we'll do this here. Yep, 9.5 minutes now. It will start dropping in around here as well. Just random drops. Again, this is just hard mode. Brutal is quite a bit more difficult. It's actually a huge jump, I'd say, from brutal to hard. It's almost like a joke. How easy hard can be and how difficult brutal can be, certain matchups and the levels that you're playing. Which hopefully that'll change when they introduce more campaigns, but you never know. As it is, I would like to get back into brutal. I used to be able to play brutal just fine, and it was challenging, but fun, always very fun. sure we're watching down here too. Just gonna split our guys. And actually gonna bring up another probe because they will keep dropping from here.
Detecting hybrid.
So they're gonna be coming back up here.
Considerably more difficult.
Just gonna start building some static D. They will start coming in from multiple sides. I don't really like either of those. Can't get the plasma, I always forget.
Calling down the Hyperion.
Whoops. Wasn't really watching this stuff here. That's my mistake. Anyway. Yeah, that should be just fine. Again, that little beam thing there is the passive reconstruction beam, which is always really cool.
Enemy warp in detected.
I get this down here now. Oops. Giant gravel beam, whatever it is.
Warping in.
Bring it way up there. That's cool. I always like that thing.
Upgrade complete. Enemy warp in detected.
Yep, now they got the random warpins coming in. Oh, whoops. I don't know how I missed that. I thought that was our guys.
The temple is nearly operational. Stand firm, commanders. The battle is almost won.
Not much time left. What do you say, partner? Let's put this puppy to bed.
Yep, just under 4 minutes here. It will start getting a little harder now, but still definitely bearable, especially on this difficulty. Take just a second to get these, then I can head up.
Research complete. Your allies are in battle.
Gotta get this Thrasher here. Oh, that's smart. Get the Warthogs or whatever they're called in here. Oh, he's actually just doing drops. Just regular old drops. was missing that Archon apparently.
Just what we needed.
Oh well.
A void watcher has been felled.
Yeah, that was good. Pretty simple there. Turn around to make sure we can get on this side too. And then we should pretty much have it.
I am activating Chrono Boost now. That should greatly increase the output.
So many lasers. Yeah, just these couple of guys are being are holding these guys at least pretty stationary. Just with the reconstruction beam, basically. I'm sorry, this one here. Very cool. Get a couple of the Colossi and Immortals, or carriers. Basically big robotic stuff. It's fun. About 30 seconds left. We should have this, no problem. And there you have it. That is essentially the game there. Probably could have done brutal, but like I said, it does get much harder, so probably try that in the future and see when I get a little more accustomed to it. A little rusty, still gotta shake some of that off. But anyway, thanks for watching. Good game all.